Can you tell us your name and your age?
Hannah, and I'm 28.
What does it mean to be you?
I don't know. Kind of quirky and outgoing, and I feel like my career kind of defines who I am too.
What do you do?
I'm a NICU nurse.
Can you tell us what that means?
I work in the neonatal intensive care unit of a hospital. I take care of critically ill babies from viability and above.
What does it mean to be perfect?
I feel like nobody's perfect, so perfect is like that word that everybody's searching for the answer for, but there's no answer for it because everyone's definition of perfect is different. So for me, I think perfect is just being happy where I am at in my life at this moment, I guess.
What does it mean to be 28?
10 years ago, 28 was you should be married, you should have kids, you should be, either a housewife or, solid in your career. But these days, it's my generation, 28-year-olds are still living at home and finding out who they are and what they want to do for the rest of their life, because 28 is still really young. It's not where you need to have defined your life completely yet. So I haven't defined my life completely yet.
What does it mean to be kind?
Being nice to everybody. I feel like that's a word that we need to use a lot more these days.
What does it mean to be a friend?
I think it means to be a loving and supportive person to somebody else or many people. To be there for anyone when in need. I feel like my friends are like family. Treat them how you treat your family, or treat them how you want to be treated. I feel like if you be supportive and loving to them whenever they need you and hang out and have fun, then you're a good friend.
What does it mean to be successful?
I feel like as long as you're happy in what you're doing, then you're successful.
What does it mean to be confident?
Being comfortable in who you are, I feel like has a lot to do with confidence.
What does it mean to be present?
Well, I guess being present like in your own mind, not lost in some, imaginary universe. I feel like a little bit of the world is made up all in our own heads, but trying to figure out who you are and what you're doing right in this very moment could maybe mean what it is to be present. To be honest, I have no idea.
What does it mean to be human?
I don't know, just being who you are. There's a lot of us and we're all very different, but very much the same in many ways. So I feel like just being true to who you are is as human as you can be.
What does it mean to be in love?
It hurts sometimes, but it's not always a bad thing. It's a good thing most times. But I feel like when you're young, you're like naively in love. So I don't know if it means as much as it does once you get older and figure out who you are and what love really means to you and what it could mean to you, like in the years going forward. You kind of learn a new way to define it, I feel like, the older you get.
What does it mean to be an adult?
It used to be like, grow up, get a job, like be a functioning member of society, but per age, you're an adult at 18, so you're still kind of a crazy kid at that point. I feel like, I'm a decent adult. I have a job, I contribute to society, I travel and live on my own and own a vehicle, so, these are all big adult things, but have I completely figured out who I am as an adult yet? No. I think that's okay.
What does it mean to be lucky?
Luck can mean a couple of different things. I feel like I'm lucky in the sense that I have an amazing family. Family. Immediate and extended. I do. I have a crazy, loving, insane family, but they're amazing. A job, place to live, all those kinds of things I think makes me lucky because there are a lot of people that don't have what I have.
What does it mean to be a family?
Well, in my family, you just have to be loud and loving, hug and kiss everyone on the cheek. But that's different too, you know. Some people, all it takes is, you know, two people to be a family. Some people need a kid to feel like a family. Like I said before, my family is big and crazy. You know, cousins of cousins that are cousins that nobody understands who's related to who, and to me it's great. I love it. I wouldn't change a thing, but some people don't like that whole extended thing. They don't see their families, which to me is crazy, but I don't know. I love my family.
What does it mean to be popular?
Ugh. Popular. It really just makes me want to break into song from like Wicked, but I don't know. I never ever defined myself as popular. I was one of those people that was kind of friends with everybody. I didn't really like stick to one group, so I hung out with, I guess, the popular and the unpopular people. So it's just I don't know, crowd surfed friend groups per se. But I don't know, I didn't like to be labeled. I still don't like to be labeled.
What does it mean to be proud?
Proud. I don't know, feel fulfilled and happy with something that you've done or something that somebody you love or admire has done also. I mean, you don't even have to know that person, you can still be proud of somebody. I've had many proud moments in my life. I was really proud of myself when I graduated from college, as was I for anybody that I know that graduated from college. That's a huge accomplishment. Anybody, you know, getting jobs. My mom's retiring soon. Very proud for her about that. You know, when my brother met the love of his life, got married, is now having a baby. That's very exciting. Very proud of him for gaining things that he never thought that he could have. So those are all proud moments for me.
What does it mean to be free?
Oh, man. That's changed a lot lately, too. I feel like in this crazy political world we live in, the definition of it has changed a lot because, you know, this country used to be the land of the free, but there's a lot of things going on that make it seem like, still is, but man, we have a thumb over us for sure. But being free in like your own sense, not in a, I guess, worldly sense, is just being able to let go, not being trapped by someone or something that keeps you down. I'm a very independent person, so to me, being able to just be able to go and do what I want when I want, spend money on myself whenever I want, and not have to worry about it, is freeing for me.
What does it mean to be a role model?
It's a big job. Being somebody that someone else looks up to, whether it be a small child or whether it be somebody your age or even older, projecting yourself in a sense that is sought after after somebody else. I just recently started orienting people at work, which was a big change for me because I had never really been in a role at work long enough to do that, so having now been able to do that, it's very interesting because you have people watching you, looking at everything that you do, looking up to you for guidance or, you know, making sure that they're doing things right, so they kind of follow you, so you end up inevitably being their role model, which I think is crazy. But in life too, you know, I have 4 nephews and nieces, and they look up to you and see what you're doing, and if you're doing things right and teaching them right things, then I think you're being a good role model.
What does it mean to be safe?
To be safe is, I feel like, more of a feeling than anything. feeling comfortable in your surroundings, but it's like a mental thing too, you know. There's a lot of dangerous, violent nonsense in the world, and living in a small community, growing up in a small kind of safe community, I guess it would be safe, yeah. There's not a whole lot of violence here. Then you get this like blurred sense of you're always going to be safe until you're in a situation when you're not. But then you see all the craziness that's happening in the outside world, and you're like, well, we're really not all safe all the time. Anything can happen at any moment, but you just keep telling yourself that you're safe, I guess.
What does it mean to be happy?
Being content, meaning happy in the way that you're living, being comfortable with yourself. It's an emotion, really. Doing things that make your body release endorphins so that you feel good.
What does it mean to be a survivor?
Getting through something really serious, whatever it may be. There's many things. Diseases, traumatic event, hurricane, disaster, all those kinds of things. You can be a survivor of many things. You can be a survivor of your own mind.
What does it mean to be home?
This right here. This place has always been my home. Well, I guess since I was 6. But I guess home is where my family is. I've never felt that any other house that I've lived in was my quote-unquote home. Just doesn't have the same feeling. I haven't had a place yet that I have owned, so I haven't been able to switch that language to it being my home. But I guess where the love of my family is will always be home to me.